All right, y'all. We're gonna break down these Derby horses, all 19 of these horses, quickly. Number one, Citizen Bull, Bob Baffert horse, out of Into Mischief, ridden by Martin Garcia. Going to be riding up front. I don't know if he's fast enough for this one. Number two, Neo Equus. Luis Saez riding this one. Horses out of Neolithic, trained by Safi Joseph. Going to be riding up front as well. I think he might not be up for the challenge as well, like Citizen Bull. Don't know if he really has the speed to keep up with the rest. Number three, Final Gambit. Luan Machado riding this one. Brad Cox horse out of Not This Time. He's a sneaky horse. Going to be a closer most likely. Machado may look to get an inside path that could benefit him well to close, to hit the board, maybe even get a win. Number five, American Promise. Dangerous, dangerous, dangerous horse. He's got a very fast time in Virginia. A lot of people don't trust that time. Even if you take 2 seconds off of it, it's still a dangerous time compared to this field. Horses sired by Justify, Triple Crown winner, trained by D. Wayne Lucas, Hall of Fame trainer. Problem is his jockey, Nick Juarez. Doesn't have a lot of experience in this kind of a race. He can tend to not time things quite correctly, and it may get him in trouble here. But if he rides it well, he could come home with a win. Number six, Admire Daytona. Japanese horse, underrated. Christophe Lamare's riding him, sired by Dre Fong, trained by Yukihiro Kato. I think this horse has a good chance of hitting the board. I think a lot of people are overlooking him. Don't know if he's got enough for the win, though. Number seven, Luxor Cafe. Uh, Joao Moreira, the Magic Man, riding him, sired by American Pharaoh, trained by Noriyuki Hori. Another Japanese horse. Strange they ended up next to each other in the gate. Luxor Cafe seems to be slightly better, but they came down to a photo finish earlier in the career. You could look to see them match up in this one. Once again, don't know if Luxor Cafe is going to have the speed to get there, but he's got a good chance of hitting the board. Number eight, the favorite, Journalism. Jockeys Umberto Rispoli, trained by Mike McCarthy, sired by Curlin. There's a lot to like about the horse. Obviously, he's the favorite, coming off four straight wins. Nice win in Santa Anita. I think he's going to need a bigger effort. I think the traffic might be a problem for Rispoli. He doesn't have a lot of experience riding against this kind of a field and riding in Kentucky in general. Number nine, Burnham Square. Now, this one's got last year's Kentucky Derby winner, Brian Hernandez. Decent jockey, good for the occasion. Horse sired by Liam's Map, trained by Ian Wilkes. Burnham Square, another really sneaky horse. Hernandez is going to be looking to get that inside track. That's going to look well for him to close. He's probably going to be a bit forwardly placed ahead of some of the others, but not too forwardly placed. He's going to be looking more for an inside track. If Hernandez gets the right ride, same like he did with Mystic Dan last year, he could be in the winner's circle. Number 11, Flying Mohawk. Joe Ramos, horse sired by Karakanite, Japanese horse. Whit Beckman's the trainer. Flying Mohawk, he is one that is coming out of these turfway races. Ran second in the Jeff Ruby Stakes. A lot of these turfway horses have been coming on strong at the end of races in these dirt. Once they transfer back onto dirt from the artificial surface, I think that could work well for Flying Mohawk. It could also work well for Flying Gambit, too, who won that race, but he ran behind Flying Gambit. So if it works well for Flying Gambit, Flying Mohawk could benefit from that sort of a situation as well. Number 12, East Avenue, going to be up front. I thought he was going to be the leader, but they're talking about trying to rate the horse. I don't like that. If the horse wants to ride up front, they need to let him ride, in my opinion. Manny Franco, is the jockey. Never ridden him before. Not a stranger to the Derby. He had the favorite a few years back. Tis the Law couldn't get it done. This horse is sired by Medaglia d'Oro. Trainer is Brendan Walsh. Walsh has got a lot of wins under his belt as of late. We'll see if he can make it transfer here. I don't know if this is quite the right horse. He might be a miler. Number 13, Publisher. Publisher, a maiden. Been several years since a maiden has won the Kentucky Derby. Irad Ortiz Jr., one of the best jockeys in the country, riding him. A horse sired by Triple Crown winner American Pharoah, trained by Hall of Fame trainer Stephen Asmussen. Asmussen's yet to find his first Derby winner, but he's got lots of wins over this track. Irad Ortiz Jr. the same, lots of wins over this track. Yet to find a Derby win. Maybe they get their first in this one. It's possible. It's a good looking horse. He's working out well. Just hasn't gotten over the finish line first yet. Number 14, Tis Tactic, another Stephen Asmussen horse. This one ridden by Joel Rosario, another great jockey, another one of the best in the country. Horse is sired by that Tis the Law horse that Manny Franco had as a 3-5 favorite in the Derby a few years back. So good breeding from this one. Good trainer, good jockey, coming off a win, convincing win, solid win in the Louisiana Derby. He's also run at this track before, got some experience here. That looks good for this horse. Number 15, Rendered Judgment. This horse ran behind that American Promise time. Even if, like I say, if you take a couple seconds off his time, Rendered Judgment still ran a decent race there. Julian Leperot is going to be riding him for this. Horse is sired by Blame. Breeders' Cup Classic winner. Trainer Kenny McPeak won the Kentucky Derby last year with Mystic Dan. Problem with this horse, they didn't want to enter the horse in the race, and he's had problems with his hoof. So is he hurt? Is he injured? If he's truly injured, they probably won't enter him. But if he does go out there, I'm presuming that they think he's going to do well enough to hit the board. That speed figure may be deceptive, but if you believe in that, there may be something to play in this horse, at least in your exotics. Number 16, Cold Battle. Cold Battle, a horse that was coming off 4 straight, went to the Arkansas Derby, didn't win there, was third. Horse sired by Cold Front, trainers Lonnie Briley. Horse might be a bit outclassed. He's got a bit of a cult following. Horse did very well going into the Arkansas Derby. I thought the pace was a bit too much for him. It's probably going to be a hot pace again. He's going to have to do a little bit better to handle the hot pace if he's going to get home in this one. Number 17, Sandman, the winner of that Arkansas Derby. Jose Ortiz riding him. Horse is sired by Tappet, trainer Mark Cassey. A lot of people like this horse as well. A cult following of sorts for him. Going to be looking to close. He's got to avoid the traffic. He ran in a race here against Tis Tactic and the next horse, Sovereignty. Ran third then. He's upgraded his jockey since then. The horse liked the track decently. He's probably going to like it more with a better jockey. Can he get him in a good enough position to win, though? Number 18, Sovereignty. Junior Alvarado riding him last out second in the Florida Derby where he didn't have his jockey. Alvarado's back aboard him now. Horse is sired by Into Mischief, one of the most successful sires of the past few years. Horse's trainer is Bill Mott, looking for his first legitimate Kentucky Derby win. This horse here is, in my opinion, very similar to the favorite Journalism. I think he's slightly better, even though he's not getting quite as much credit. He's the second favorite. Same thing, though. Is his riding style going to be a problem? Is he going to have trouble in the traffic getting through? Will this jockey, who's not quite as accomplished as some of these other jockeys, be able to make it through the traffic? We'll see. Number 19, Chunk of Gold. Few people like this horse. Jockey Jared Loveberry ran in one Derby, ran second in that Derby, so a decent performance for him there in his one outing. Horse is sired by Preservationist. Trainer Ethan West. Now, Chunk of Gold, he's done a lot of good things, a lot of second place outings. closes well. Will he be able to get second here? I think he's got a chance of that. I don't know if he's really going to be fast enough to win it without something catastrophic happening. Number 20, Owen Almighty, another horse that the trainer didn't have the confidence to enter in the race. The owners wanted to enter him anyway. So they went and grabbed Javier Castellano as the jockey who won this race a couple years back aboard Mage. Horse is sired by Spadestown, so not quite the distance you want to see, even though he's got Byron on the other side. I think he's going to have his work cut out for him. He does have decent speed that he ran in the Tampa Bay Derby and he got the win there. He's going to need to repeat that kind of an outing to get a win in the Kentucky Derby. And number 21, the also eligible, who is now eligible, very popular cult following from Baeza, second place in the Santa Anita Derby, lightly raced, but he did have a good outing there. Horse is getting Flavien Prat, last year's Eclipse Award winning jockey, aboard for the first time. Dude's got an excellent record in the Kentucky Derby, despite no legitimate wins, 3 second places in 2 thirds. McKenzie is the sire of this horse. McKenzie was a nice, tough, strong horse. And the horse's mother's father's Big Brown. The horse's mother was the mother of Kentucky Derby winner Mage 2 years back, and also last year's Belmont Stakes winner Dornoch. So lots of good breeding from Baeza. I think a lot of people are hoping that pays off with one of the top jockeys aboard. That's my quick take on this year's Kentucky Derby horses. Check out my other videos, links in the description. Kentucky Derby favorites, Kentucky Derby challengers, Kentucky Derby troublemakers, Kentucky Derby stealth horses, and Kentucky Derby downers. And I've also got a special spotlight video on Baeza. Also, if you click that subscribe, you'll get a notification for Kentucky Derby Pace coming up soon, along with my race picks and the projections.